guys, I am Priya and today's lesson is going to be about gradualism versus punctuated equilibrium. Enjoy! Hi guys, in this video we will be looking at the difference between gradualism and punctuated equilibrium. We will first talk about Darwin's idea of gradualism, the problems associated with it, the idea of punctuated equilibrium, and the evidence that supports this. So gradualism is Charles Darwin's original idea of natural selection. Darwin explained evolution in terms of a mechanism known as natural selection. Now, Darwin proposed that species change very, very slowly over time, and we call that speciation to form new species. These slow changes are known as gradualism. And then these small changes are passed on from one generation onto the next. For example, horses over 50 million years have changed from one form that was fairly small, less than half a meter, to the form that we have now. And there are lots of transitional forms in between these two. The problem is that these transitional forms are very rare in nature. So there's not much evidence to actually support this gradual change. Generally what we have is lots of one particular type of form, for example, the very small horse, and lots of the end form, which is the big horse, with actually no or very few transitional forms between. So horses are a special case. Let's take a look at the different types of fishes. So if you look here, we have one type of fish, and there's quite a lot of these. Then we have very few of these different branches of fish, and then we get lots of these kind of fishes again. So we don't have these transitional forms or very many of these transitional forms. However, a more recent theory has been proposed to explain the gaps in the fossil records. This theory suggests sudden changes to form new species, punctuated, and then long periods of no change, punctuated equilibrium, which states that instead of this gradual change happening, there are periods of rapid change followed by a period of stasis. We might get some transitional forms that occur during that period of change, or you might get none of them. This punctuated equilibrium can be seen in the hominid evolution, where we have numbers of the different types of hominids. However, there aren't any of those transitional forms linking them together, or the missing links as we refer to them in evolution. This punctuated equilibrium theory was first proposed by Eldridge and Gould in the year 1972, right? And they made this observation that species generally appear very suddenly and then live for a period of time with very minor changes and then become extinct. So we don't see this evolution or this gradualism happening, which kind of makes sense because while the environment remains the same, there's no need for those organisms living in that environment to adapt to that environment because they have already adapted, one would hope. It also explains that most new species evolve after there's a rapid environmental change. And most of these rapid environmental changes causing a mass extinction event. In this diagram, you can see some of the mass extinction events which actually destroyed the biodiversity. However, after that extinction event, we see a rapid increase in biodiversity. So lots of different things forming. So that is punctuated equilibrium. We have now rapid change, followed by a period of stasis. A good example here is the late Devonian, where you see this extinction event, a big change in the environment causing rapid evolution, and then relative stasis from then on. In this video, we have talked about Charles Darwin's gradualism, that small changes occur over time and those changes add up on top of each other to cause evolution. The problem that we should then see many of these transitional forms and we just don't. Moving on to punctuated equilibrium, where there is rapid change followed by relative stasis, and the evidence being that we have lots of fossils from the organisms before and after that rapid change, during that time of relative stasis, and we don't have any during the rapid change, showing that that occurred over a very small period of time. I hope you enjoyed our video. Like and subscribe.